What's up guys, Pavel Mike here, welcome back to Game Dev with AI, where we keep developing our first real-time indie strategy game with the help of tools of AI. The game is called Nuke Them All, and just in case you're watching this video later and the game is available on Steam or any other platforms, this will really help if you go look it up, search for Nuke Them All, or just go to the website called nuke.online, find our game, wishlist the game and help with the development. Maybe you can even visit our Discord if it's already available. Leave me comments below with suggestions of the features, maybe new units, everything that can help developing this fun game will really help, and I will really appreciate everything. I hope you have been enjoying our experience, our journey developing this game, and today I'm gonna show you the new cool exciting mode that we added to our game called Sandbox Skirmish. This is how it looks. It's basically like an arena with different cards, and like in card game you will be able to drag and drop different units on the map. So are you ready? Let's get to it.
Welcome to Sandbox, Commander. Let the games begin.
Basically we have all these units that are available in the game right now in the form of the cards. And this is the best part, you can drag and drop them and experiment, try different combinations, interactions, see who will win. All those crazy experiments you can do. For example, who will win? 2 tanks, or maybe Juggernaut and Gritty tank, couple of bad guys here, and you can do all the crazy experiments right here. You can even drag and drop them closer if you want, so you have full control over everything. All the experiments are happening in real time. So everything here is going real time. You drag and drop and he starts fighting right away, so there is no delay here. It's automatically. As you can see, everybody's already fighting. Boom, yeah, we won. Alright, and you can even drag and drop flags, you can plan your own territories. Here you can put the buildings. See, it's all in real time and it starts working right away. And you can even move it a little bit if you positioned it poorly. It's full freedom of experimenting, full freedom of making your own map. You can also hide the interface, just to hide all those buttons and focus on gameplay, so you don't have to watch all these buttons, just focus how we are fighting. You can put them back on, and the best part, you can even upload your own map background. Yes, that's right, you can click this little button and the file chooser will come up. You choose an image of your map. For example, I'll choose Wild West map, and this automatically instantly changes the map, and you can instantly make your own map in real time and then hide the interface and you're already playing on a completely new map. See? Yeah, and the zoom and scroll, everything is working. This is really cool stuff, guys. Hope you enjoyed this crazy experiments with the new Sandbox mode, and let me quickly show you how I did it and what the code is. As usual, everything is shown for you. So, as you know, we are developing Construct 3, which is a great web-based tool for developing games for guys like me without any programming skills, who use help of Midjourney, ChatGPT, maybe Google Bard, and all other cool toys that are available for AI developers with the visual programming. Here you can see my code. As always, feel free to pause the video and study the code. I will not be wasting time reading all my code for you, but I will explain the logic, what I did here. Most of this is very simple. I did it actually myself without any help of ChatGPT, because it's very easy code here. What we have is basically another layout called Sandbox, and it behaves by the rules of our main spreadsheet. So we choose event sheet, the main one. So everything that happens here turns into real-time battle right away. As soon as you drop, they start fighting, so there is no start button. Now you can see everything we have here is basically using drag and drop behavior. It's a very helpful behavior. If I right click on the unit and choose edit behavior, you can see there is drag and drop. Here we have cards. Cards have the background. Oh, sorry. Cards have background and they have the main image sprite called unit selector sandbox. And it has animations. Here on the right you can see different animations, and it's basically showing you all the animations that we have in all the units that we have in our game. So I can also fix so it's easier to drag and drop things like this, just to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, this will be easier to drag and drop these units. All right, and behind there is also a frame. This is totally to look better, so this is just a frame which appears behind. Now we have in our code, we need to add the code for the drag event and for the drop event. So on drag start, what we'll do, we enable sign. It's just will make animation of the change in size. It will increase and decrease in the sign style. And we hide the selection box. This way, the selection box is when we select units on the screen. We don't want this to start dragging the box because we're not selecting anything, we're just drag and drop in the card. Now on the drag and drop, when you release the button, we need to check for sandbox allow area. I'll explain what it means. As you can see here around, we don't want the player to drop units here on the borders of the arena, because if he drops it here, it will look very buggy. It will start fighting over the button, so it can get stuck in the pathfinding. So this area I block for dropping. So if you try to drop it here, it will not drop. You'll have to move it straight into arena. This is very important. That's why I'm checking cursor is not over sandbox area, sandbox allow area. Now let's open this code, and now I will check all these animations in our unit selection sandbox sprite that I just showed to you. This is how we use the same sprite but with different visual appearances in the code, so I don't need to create so many different sprites for each unit. They're just animations here on the right. So if animation, for example, grunt is playing, and we also need to check so we don't put too many units, the robot capacity for this map, then we allow to create the unit grunt through friendly in the position of the mouse. And we play this sound of the dropping, and we set my goal coordinate X and my goal coordinate Y for his self coordinate. This way he will not start going to 0, 0. And that's pretty much it. And this is just visual effects of the glow and light flash. The same we do for the laser bot, for rocket bot, etc, etc. For everything we do the same. The only difference here is for the big wheel truck and for the jeep, we also need to spawn the turret on top of them. So when we drop big wheel truck or the jeep, it has to spawn this weapon. That's the only difference we have. And then we pin the weapon so it stays on top of him. Alright, for each unit we do the same. It's very easy code. Here and there. I just scroll it quickly, not to waste your time. And get to the good stuff. Now, I remember in our in our game, you can control only red team, but you cannot control the blue team. So to make them move, for example, you want to make a fight, you put here your red guys and put here blue guys, but they will be just standing here. With our red guys, you just group select and you can tell them to go, but with blue guys, you cannot tell them to go. Of course, you can drag and drop them one by one, but that's not so fun. That's why I did this button that looks like an attack. target, and then you can drag and drop, and it will force all blue guys to go to the position of this target. So if target is playing, what will we do? Let's check it out. It's here. So for all enemies and troop enemy, Tangriti and Jeep, we set their coordinates to the mouse Y, we stop the timers and pathfind to the position of the mouse. So they should start moving there. Next for this map, there are a few small adjustments I needed to make. For example, I set the locations for the selector, disable its sign. I create few units to load them into memory, and then instantly I destroy them. They will not be visible, but this way they get stuck in the memory. That's why when you drop the card, there will be no delay. If you don't do this, then you force Construct to create the unit without having it in the memory, and it will create a jitter, you know, like a 1 second delay. It will be invisible and look terrible. That's the reason why I create it and then destroy it, because this will force it, create in the start of the map, then destroy it, and then we'll already keep it in the memory. Now for this map, and just for this layout only, that's why you see here on layout start, layout name is Sandbox, we need to enable this drag and drop for all the units except our team. So this way you can also drag and drop the units during the game. So if you play, let me show what I mean. Let's start it. Okay, so for example, I put Tangriti here and this robot here, and you know I cannot control them directly. I can use this target, of course, or I can just drag and drop them myself like this. Obviously in real game you cannot do this for the enemies. It would be cheating, but right now in Sandbox you can do everything. Or you've put, for example, a building or two, or a flag, and you realize, oh, I put the flag wrong, it's too far. Okay, no problem, we can drag and drop this closer, we can do everything you want. This is a full freedom to experiment. We can even play with rocks. For example, let's do some tower defense. We put here some rocks, yeah, some rocks here and there. We can put also some buildings, some sandboxes, and you can make like something like this, and then Gritty can, for example, start shooting, and to pass he will need to kill this area, something like this. And you can see guys will start shooting and they can kill it back basically in real time as well. And if you want to position it closer, you can even adjust them more precisely. You see they already starting shooting each other. Oh, actually we won, not bad. Let's finish this guy. Yeah, another win. Perfect. What else we have during Sandbox? We'll have R button for the rocket, so you can spawn rockets, and spacebar to spawn the explosion. That's why I added this invisible objects called hit physics, and on collision it will be subtracting health from the enemies. So for example, when I run it, so I drag and drop few units here and there, some zombies. And now, what I can do, for example, I can use R. I will use R on the keyboard, and it is spawning rockets. As you can see, you can play around, and you can spawn rockets yourself. You can also use spacebar, like this, to explode, and it will damage also units. See, it's damaging them. And of course, you can capture here nuclear bomb, or you can drag and drop one on top of the enemies like this, and it will explode the enemies with a small nuclear bomb as well. Now we create about the loading of the background. We have the special object in construct called file chooser, and file chooser, it looks like this. Where is this? It's outside of the map, we don't need to see it. during the game. It's like this. It's like a button file chooser. So ugly, so we just get rid of it. We move it outside. And when clicked, it will give you the image loading and accept image only. You can see on the left in properties, we choose images, accept images. And to make sure it's not so ugly, I move it outside of the map. Instead, I've created objects called load map image button, which is this one. It's just a sprite. And on click on sprite, I basically call the same action as the click on file chooser. So this way, you don't need to show this ugly file chooser. And then it will load an image and stretch it. This way, you can have all the fun you want. You can upload all your backgrounds. The only problem here, it doesn't save. I don't know if we ever do the save feature, but I think it's not very important because this is a very casual game. This is not a very complicated map. You just quickly, in a few minutes, you change background, drag and drop units. This is a quick fun, you know, there's no point, to be honest, in saving. The whole game is supposed to be played in just 6-5 minutes, not a long gameplay for hours for each level. So for this reason, I don't see the point in saving. But let's see how it goes. Maybe you'll like the save to share the maps or something. Let me know in the comments below. What else we need? Trash bin. Trash bin will help you drag and drop. You can see on the code right here. And basically on collision with trash can, we destroy the unit. We also should actually add here, for example, factories. We need to change factories. Robot factory. Replace tank factory. Vehicle factory and a flag. So you can destroy them as well. Vehicle factory. Flag. Maybe also rocks. Yeah, let's do rocks also. Maybe you don't want rocks to be there. Well, put rocks to the wrong place. Okay, let's check now. Okay, let's say I put... Look by the way how it's blocking. It's not letting me put it on the corner. Okay, let's say I put my buildings way too close to the enemy fort and my rocks here. So this is a mistake. And here's our trash can. So we can drag and drop, and you can see it's destroying it. I need to disable this selector thing. So to disable selector, on drag start, I need to hide it. But you can see the trash bin is working. And now finally the hiding of the elements. So for example, you already made your map and you don't want to see all these cards around, you just click this and then everything will be hidden, so you can start fighting without the elements. Let's start our fight. Alright, we have our fighting starting, and as we hide it, as you can see, everybody is fighting, and now the map is clean without any problem whatsoever. To hide GUI, what we need to do is this button called hide. This one, that's way too big. Let's make it smaller. Maybe like this. And when we click it and we check if its variable visible is 1, then we set animation to 2. So hide button, where is it? Hide has 2 animations, on and off. So we set animation to 2, then we hide trash can, loading map button, and then we hide all the elements in the map, flickers. We hide everything, and there is small delay, otherwise it will instantly turn it on again, because we need to check the click off, click on, click off, turn on, turn off. So that's why a tiny delay. And the same exactly for the opposite. We turn them on and set animation to 1. Here you go, guys. That's fun Sandbox. I hope you'll have a lot of experiments with it. You can try all the different combinations and then see who will win during the fight. How about this? And then you can hide. And here you go. Put attack. So blue guys will start fighting as well. And then you can try different combinations, upload your own maps as well, and share them with the community. Make sure to check our Discord, our YouTube channel, and of course, if the game is already available on Steam, go and check. It's called Nuke Them All. I hope you like it and share it with your friends. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
We are the champions, my friends!
Mission accomplished.